Terminated is one hell of a euphemism. Got fired on Friday after 6 years at my company. By way of parting, HR asked me to sign a confidentiality non-compete. They framed it as an affirmation and reminder of your obligations under the agreement you signed when you accepted the job, but then each paragraph had space for my initials and signature at the bottom. A sneaky way trying to get me to sign a new confidentiality non-compete agreement on exit. I didn't sign it. What are they gonna do? Fire me? I worked for a large office furniture manufacturer and they referred to the employees as members. When there was a round of layoffs, we'd call it dismemberment. Many companies tie a relatively generous severance package to signing. Sometimes that package is worth signing. But if they are offering you nothing, tell them to pound sand. They have no power and many non-competes don't hold up in court. You were 100% correct to not sign that. And I highly doubt you signed anything like that when you were hired. They were obviously lying to you. Perfect response. If a company fires me without giving anything at all, severance, etc., the bridge is burnt the moment they do that and can only expect the absolute worst in retaliation from me from that second onward. A lot of people don't realize that most non-compete clauses are unenforceable, and the employer knows it. Basically, in order for a non-compete clause to be enforceable, they have to have a good reason of why you working for a competitor would be an unfair disadvantage to them. They also have to show that the clause is as narrow as possible to accomplish that mission. But many companies will put these broad unenforceable clauses in anyway and hope you abide by it because you think it's enforceable. So they may have done that intentionally as a reminder that this clause exists, hoping you'll just abide by it. Yeah, I think companies just like being able to throw terminate around. Another in a long line of power trips. Terminate is a fancy way of saying end. It isn't a euphemism. It's fully accurate and kind of the only not misleading part of being fired. Although it's also a classic corporate buzz-speak example of using a complicated sounding word to describe something simple. Non-competes are unenforceable anyways, it's all just a scare tactic. Non-US worker here. Not understanding how those non-compete agreements are supposed to work. I mean, am I not supposed to get to work for other company of my industry, area of study and or work experience that has an open position I qualify for? Or what's the idea behind those agreements? I'm sure some power-mad companies wish they could terminate employees just so their non-compete clause could be enforced permanently. They'll try anything that they wouldn't want you to try. We're firing you and asking you to not have a career elsewhere in the future. I prefer promoted to customer. What about the USA being a free country? Freedom. Confidentiality I could see and respect. Non-compete could kiss my ass unless they're paying me for the time they expect me not to work someplace else. Corporations trying to make people sign NDAs when they fire them is so wild to me. If there's a good chunk of money attached to it, then sure. But legally preventing you from working at a competing business is absolutely ridiculous. I didn't sign it. What are they gonna do? Fire me? Was totally waiting for this line as I was reading it. I was like, God, I hope he doesn't sign. Single quote. Fuck 'em. The audacity of them. I hope you let them have it. I remember when I worked for Jimmy John's. They had everybody sign a non-compete clause in order to take the job. This had the hilarious repercussion of basically funneling former employees into Herbert's and Gerbert's shops in the area. Out of spite. Make sure to talk to your union before signing anything. They can help get you a better severance package too. Good for you not signing it.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.